Welcome to In Real Time, the sassy, no-filter podcast where we catch founders mid-pivot, mid-meltdown, and mid-magic. No polished stories, just raw, in-the-moment conversation about what it really takes to build something that matters. This is business, uncut, unpredictable, and happening in real time. If you already love the podcast, I would love to ask you to give us a follow, share this episode, and leave us a review, as it helps me to continue bringing incredible guests and episodes straight to you. Now let's get into it. Phoebe, welcome to In Real Time.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming on. Guys, I'm recently obsessed with Phoebe's brand, Balmee, and I feel like what I was going to say to you is it's literally so moisturizing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
Like, it's actually on crack.
That was one of our non-negotiables. Like, obviously, we have our point of difference, but if it isn't the most hydrating lip balm you've ever used in your life, we don't want it.
No.
So, yeah, it's incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So you are the co-founder of Balmee Beauty alongside your co-founder, Ali Beck.
Yes.
It was founded in 2024. So you started the concept in 2 years before.
2 years before. Oh, yeah.
It's
2
a
years
long
before.
build
It was
process.
a long time, yeah. I mean, we both, had full-time jobs during that time. So it was really a weekend and after work kind of passion project. It took 2 years to develop.
It feels like, I think I'm saying 2024 because it feels like because you've had such big growth so fast. It feels like you've been around for that long.
I know.
It's insane.
Yeah, it launched late last year when I was 9 months pregnant.
Wow.
And sold out within 12 weeks. So, and then we had a big sellout period. Like we didn't plan to be sold out for that long either. It's just been, it's been a bit of a whirlwind.
It's amazing. We start every episode the same, and that is, what are you moving through in real time in business at the moment?
Well,
before we get into all the good stuff, because I forget this question and then I'm like, quick, circle back.
We've got pretty ambitious goals for the brand in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And to do that, we need some money. So we recently just got an angel investor on board, which with a good amount to bring us through to reach our next few goals. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's what we're working through at the moment.
Oh my God. Okay, we need to talk about that. Oh my God. Okay. Let's take it back to the start to begin with. Yeah. You met Ali in New York working.
Yes.
Which I just love New York.
Oh my God, isn't it the best? You just went there.
I just went there and I just, you know what? I'm like, I want to have a period of living there, but I couldn't live there permanently, like forever.
Yeah, totally. Well, I lived there for 3 years, 3.5 years, and it was very different, I think, what you see online versus like actually being
100
on minimum wage as a beauty PR assistant. And also like that was 10 years ago now. Instagram was at the very beginning and so it's very different to like what it is now, but it was incredible. It was like such an incredible experience.
Just like the city of dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. So you met over in New York. I want to know, like, when did the thought come in? So like, because what you've built, is so, like, your point of difference is so strong.
Yeah.
I know that you spent the years working on this, but, like, when was the first thought? How did you meet? Like, what was that kind of first, like, incubation of it?
Yeah. Well, when we met, when you meet someone and, like, the stars just align and you're like, oh, like, this is my girl. Like, So we met and that kind of, like, relationship happened. Yeah. We ended up spending, like, we spent every day at work together because we worked at the same firm, and then we spent every weekend together. We always knew that we wanted to do something together. Like we even started doing like a freelance like social and PR package while we were over there, which was extremely illegal, but on our visa. But like we just knew that we wanted to do something together. And so flash forward all these years, we've obviously like it's come up a number of times, and then it got to the point where we were like, all right, like what are we doing? Yeah. Like, let's actually put pen to paper and start doing something. And we've always said, I think throughout that whole 2 year of the conceptualization process, there were so many moments where we were like, but what if it fails? Like we're so nervous, like blah, 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 blah. And we always just said we'd rather try and fail than never try at all.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's just something that everyone should live by. I would hate to get down the track in 20 years' time thinking, what if Ali and I launched that brand together? Yeah. And the response has been incredible. So
insane.
We essentially were like, okay, we know that we want to be in the beauty industry.
Oops.
Yeah.
With microphones.
I'm very handsy, so I've got to be careful.
And I always whack it and I'm always like, oh, whatever.
We always knew we wanted to go into the beauty industry.
Yes.
That's kind of like what we had been in throughout our whole careers. But the beauty industry is extremely saturated. So it needed to be something with a point of difference and something that we hadn't seen before. So once we discovered the stat that if you apply lip balm twice a day, you're ingesting around 2 full tubes of lip balm per year, we were like, that is so gross. And, you know, of course, like we used like really amazing like and fun brands, but then we also like I also would have, you know, a lot of supermarket brands in my handbag as well.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, surely there's a lip balm that is created with like that in mind. And we did so much research and we couldn't find a single one that was developed with your microbiome in mind.
Yeah.
There were even microbiome skincare brands and none of them had a lip balm in the range, which I'm just like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea was born and we were like, let's do it. So we worked with a microbiome specialist like formulator, one of the leading in Australia, to develop this unique formulation. It's 100% custom. We didn't do any white labeling, so you won't find this formula anywhere else.
Amazing.
And yeah, it's like our baby. We love it so much.
I feel like going, and this is like something that I, like obviously I'm obsessed with business as a few, all the queens that we interview. You have to be obsessed with something.
Yes.
I think like, and especially bringing out a product like a lip balm into the biggest market there is of beauty, especially things like lip balm that you can just get at Coles and Woolies and whatever. Like your point of difference is so strong.
Thank you.
And I think it's not only like the way it feels and the way it applies and all of that, but like exactly what you're saying. Like it's like health. I think the way we're going as a society, a world, as women, everybody wants to look after themselves a little bit better. And why wouldn't you choose
100%
a lip balm that's better for you?
And we feel like that kind of blends. Like we also always loved the wellness category.
Yeah.
And so blending the two just feels so natural to both Ali and I. It's so funny, like when we were going through you know, there's so many things to consider when you're launching a product. Like who are you targeting? What does the like packaging look like? Who's our target demographic and what does it look like essentially? And we were initially actually going to go down like more of a Woolies, Coles, like our really like younger demographic because Ali used to work at Monday Hair Care and so she's very well versed in that kind of like mass supermarket category space. And then as we were just developing more and more, it just wasn't us. Like we just wanted to build a brand that we loved and we knew. Also, it didn't make sense for us to be like building a brand for like a Gen Z demographic when we weren't Gen Z. Like we don't know them. So we've built Balmee. It's more of that prestige category and that higher price point as well that we've had to go with for the formula because the formula is so expensive to make. So it just makes sense.
But it's perfect kind of because I guess if you would have gone for that younger demographic, you wouldn't have been able to charge what you...
No,
like
we couldn't.
You know, like you're going for a woman who's like... she's looking after herself. Like, you know, I feel like what you've done and how you position yourself in the market is literally perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Like you couldn't have done it any better.
Well, yeah, we literally couldn't have gone supermarket. Like our cost price for the formula is more than what some supermarket lip care brands sell for at RRP.
100%.
So like we would have had to make it for like 5 cents a tube, which just like, with the complex formula that it is, there's just no way. So,
no, there's literally no way.
Yeah.
So you said that you worked with someone in Australia for all of your like where are we like how are you doing that?
Oh my God,
it's not giving Alibaba that you can just jump on search, you know,
no,
how does that work? How did you get those connections?
Well, I think as well, like we obviously like toyed with the idea of white labeling, what's more cost effective, and that's actually been one of our main goals this year is to get our COGS down because they are so extremely high right now.
Yeah.
But what was super important to us was that it was formulated in Australia, I suppose, just so we could be super close to the formulation so we could meet the formulators. So I just felt like we were closer to the product in that sense.
Especially in the beginning. I feel like it's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we've never formulated a product before, right? So I feel like going overseas just felt like so overwhelming and our whole, you know, it's going on your lips. We just wanted to trust who we were going with essentially. Yeah. So, we did a lot of research around all the different formulas in Australia and we actually went through a few before we landed with the one that developed the formulation.
Okay. I can imagine that's quite a pricey experience.
Yes, it is.
Because I think it's one thing to like go into fashion, you get a few samples, it's like, you know, a few $100s. Like beauty and the world of beauty is a very different
expiry dates,
MOQs for packaging.
Yeah, stability testing. It's like a whole new world.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So going into this, how did you guys get to market? Was it a bit of savings? Was it like, you know, I think about Carme and mine was like $1,000 in a bank account that I just kind of made work.
Oh my God.
But that's so different because like I could buy a strand of beads and if it worked, it worked. Whereas like you guys had to buy your packaging, buy your product, you know, invest in so much that I don't think people
100%.
Realize the cost to do it properly.
Yeah. And that's why it took 2 years before it came to life because we invested in it personally, but then we also had both sides of our family put in some money to help us get off the ground. Yeah. And I think, you know, we needed to make it, I mean, it is legit. You know, we had to fully have our business plan. We had to have our 3-year roadmap. We had to show them where the brand was going to go and what we had planned for it in order for them to put their trust and their money into it. So I think that really also helped us, that set us up for success as well because we had our ducks in a row before we launched.
I think people say as well, you know, I heard a comment actually a few weeks ago like, oh, yeah, well, family invest, it's easy. And I was like, I haven't personally got investment, but I thought the last people I want investing in is my family.
Yeah, I actually think it's really hard.
It is 10 times harder. Yeah. And I think that's what people don't realize.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, I'm not building a brand for it to fail if my family's investing in it, you know, absolutely not. Like we are all going to benefit and we're going to sell out one day. Yeah. So I think I'm lucky that my husband's a commercial lawyer. So he has written he's written all of our contracts. He's written the contracts between Ali and I as co-founders.
Amazing.
He set us up for success, with our family as well, writing all of those contracts out. So everyone is signing on a dotted line and there's no ambiguity and it's very clear.
Oh my God, I just need one of them.
I know, so good.
That or like a carpenter.
Yeah, my brother's a carpenter. I'll give you both of their numbers.
She's perfect. That's what I struggle with. I'm like a lawyer and a carpenter. Just to like hang shit up in my showroom.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly, okay, I'll get the numbers after. I feel like getting your product to market, and something I will say is that you can tell when a brand's been launched. And I think that, like, I mean, your history in business and beauty, you can tell when a brand's been launched with a plan.
Yeah.
And I think back to like when I launched Carme, I'm like, lol, it was like in a garage. But I think like when I saw Balmee Beauty come to market and your lip balm, I think I thought it was around for so much longer and I just hadn't, I was like, oh, this must be around for ages.
That's so
and
funny.
then when I learned about how like fast you had launched it, I was like, holy fuck, they've just nailed the rollout. It felt like
you.
Very full planned. It felt like there was like a meaning behind it. So like how long was that strategy? Like what were you thinking? Like, you know what I mean? When you came to market.
It was so funny when we launched. I had a few friends be like to me, it looks like a proper brand.
No, seriously.
And I was like, thanks. That's the point. I'm glad it looks like a proper brand.
Yeah.
Because we've spent 10 years in the industry. Yeah. You know, we didn't launch this brand at 22. We've launched it in our 30s. And like we did that really deliberately because we wanted to get as much experience under our belt before 100. We launched to make sure that we showed up in the market properly so we can start having those retailer conversations immediately and for, people to take us seriously.
100%.
So in terms of the launch strategy, I mean, I specialize in social media and Ali really specializes in marketing and branding. So I think having the two synergy worked really well.
Nailed it.
And like also a launch strategy, that's just like the funnest thing ever. Like I couldn't think I feel like ongoing strategy is like, boring. But like a launch strategy, get into it. And that's the hardest thing. It's like once you've launched with a bang, we've sold out in 12 weeks. It's like, okay, now what?
Yes.
So you've got to keep the strategy going and, kind of keep getting a momentum. And that's why we launched pre-order when we were sold out. And so for anyone who is sold out with the product, I couldn't recommend pre-order more. It meant that we had money coming in over those few months.
Yeah. Can we also talk about the fact that you were able to pre-order a lip balm though?
I know. Isn't that hilarious?
I think that like who the fuck is pre-ordering a lip balm?
I know. That's like, but they did. We had,
of course, we had hundreds. That's what you created. Yeah. And I think that is just such a testament to, I know your backgrounds and I know that you guys have like come from the beauty world and Mark, but like that is such a fucking testament to what you've built. Like,
thank you.
People are pre-ordering a lip balm.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Like I still have people who have ordered Balmee and they've been like, this is the best lip balm I've ever used.
Yes.
But I'm reluctant to order it again online. Okay. I want to get it from a physical store.
Okay, well, give us time, babe. We're getting there.
I know.
Give us a hot minute.
I know. And I'm like, that like consumer mindset is so interesting. Like it's the best lip balm you've ever used, but you are reluctant to like online purchase it.
Do you have subscription?
Not yet. We're introducing that. It's like a whole new world once you introduce like subscription, and we need to make sure that we have the product kind of in a really good space in terms of our inventory.
And it's hard. It's so hard. Like that growth in terms of like getting there costs so much money.
Yeah,
it's really
exactly.
tough.
I feel like early next year we'll be in a spot though where we can offer subscription. I mean, I've had so many friends ask me for subscription. And we can go from there.
And that'll be amazing because that'll be like such a bread and butter. You know what I mean? Like your monthly revenue will just grow baseline, and then everything else is just an add-on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a few new products launching in the next 6 to 12 months, which will be great as well. So that'll be really good for our bundles.
Literally incredible.
Yeah.
I feel like going back to like your launch and the fact that you were able to go to pre-order and like everything like that, what was your first, because I haven't seen your actual launch rollout because I thought you'd been around for ages.
Yeah, right.
So how did that go? Like what were you thinking of with consumer, and how were you going to, like, you know, when someone first came to your Instagram or first stumbled across it, what was the hope in terms of like for your marketing to do for them?
Well, first of all, I wanted to show up super established. Like we had huge budgets, even though we didn't.
Yeah. Well, that worked too.
Great. We kind of like went a full 360 in terms of we made sure that like when we sent to all of the influencers that they all posted within that launch week. I mean, we didn't ask them to. We just hoped that they did. In terms of like once the package arrived at their door. So we had heaps of momentum there with like a lot of influencer coverage across TikTok and Instagram. We focused heavily on motion, on video, and just I guess trying to show those different social proof points. So I was constantly uploading like messages that I was getting from friends and text messages so other people could see how well it was working for other people, and then they could buy it themselves. That's
definitely something that I have seen encapsulated in everything that you do. I think the reviews speak for themselves.
Yeah.
And I think this comes back to like every conversation I have on this podcast, that if your product is not 100%, don't bother bringing it to market.
100%.
Because it won't have that ongoing like legacy and that ongoing like viability.
Yeah.
And I think also like, I'm sure you'll pivot 100 times with like your formulas, or you'll do this or whatever you'll do, but you've had that first ground step of people being like, this is fucking great.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, like no marketing can outdo that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. There are so many brands that I look at and I'm like, oh, really cool branding and really cool marketing. But I, for some reason, just like don't have trust in the product.
Okay.
Yeah. Like whether it is that like really low price point or whatever that might be. But I'm just kind of like, or maybe if it's like, to be honest, like if it is stocked at like a Coles or a Woolies, I kind of am like, I don't know how like, strong the formula would necessarily be. And that might just be more of the point that I'm getting at.
I think it's a few things. I think it's the fact that you both show up. Yeah. We know who you are. We know your story. Like Phoebe's just had a baby. Like we know like the personability of like why you built the brand.
Yes, yeah.
I think number one. And I think that is probably something that other brands, I don't know. I don't want to say that they don't convey properly, but I feel like if I don't have a touch point, I'm kind of like, well, what am I buying it for? I think you do that incredibly. I think your reviews just speak for itself.
Yeah, thank you.
I think the fact that you came to market so ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think it's so interesting, like the whole brand founder thing. Like Ali and I always say, like, we try to be, you know, we aim in all aspects of our life to be really cool and chic, but like we're honestly just like normal people, and
100.
I feel like you have like these really like aspirational brand founders that you look up to that, you know, work in these like stunning offices, and fact is like, Ali and I work from home and she lives in Perth now, so it's like it's been really hard to film like brand founder content, or sometimes when we have really exciting moments we might come off as like really goofy or funny or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, that wasn't very chic of us.
But I love that.
But it's like it's us, it's who we are, so we're not going to change.
That's what people want as well. I think there's like a very fine line between like people need to feel like you're like them.
Yes, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to be like,
we're not going to fake it. And
no,
exactly.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I want to touch on, you were speaking about how you're most likely not going to go into Coles and Woolies.
Yes.
I would love to know, like, what are the dreams? Where are we?
Oh my God.
Is there anywhere
How
that
do
you
we
can
pick
share?
a favorite child?
I know.
We love, like, we have like really big aspirations in terms of like global expansion as well.
Absolutely.
Honestly, like we would be happy with any of the major players in Australia. So Mecca, Sephora, Adore, Atomica now.
Yes.
Maya is like completely redoing their whole beauty services section at the moment. Okay. So, yeah, we're really open to the right partner. Yeah. It's just found like we've started those conversations with a few of them.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just kind of seeing what's right for us, like with our product expansion and, going from there.
Yeah, that is so exciting though, because I feel like now you're just at this really fun time where you're like, I also think as well, you know, the beauty of not going into like, you know, a Woolies or Coles retailer is that your D2C had to be so strong, and it has been. And I think a lot of brands like, you know, in the beauty industry will go into wholesale or go into like, you know, those big places so early, and then their cogs become even harder.
Yes.
Whereas you guys have nailed your D2C.
Yeah.
So hopefully a large majority of your already customers will just stay D2C, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like that's the goal. And then I guess it's just the awareness with going into these mass retailers.
Yeah.
We are looking at, we've got kind of a goal on how many like local stockists that we go into this year.
Yeah.
So again, that's just finding the right boutiques and the right, you know, skin clinics or whoever that might be to partner with. And it just kind of increases our footprint.
100%. 100%. And I think you need to do that at the end of the day with a product like what you've got, because you want people to be in the shop and, oh my God, that looks nice, and I want to try that. Like that is always going to help. You know what I mean?
100%.
But it's so exciting. You're at such an exciting point where you're like, you've had such big growth so early on, and now you can kind of be the decider of what you want to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Not like waiting, like not begging everyone, like, can I get a meeting? Can I get a meeting? Can I get a meeting? Like, you know, you kind of are in that position where you can be like, okay, where do we want to go? Where do we want to expand to?
Yeah, I think that's actually been like a huge theme of the last month for Ali and I is in the last, you know, almost 12 months now, we've been super reactive with our opportunities. We've had so many incredible people and brands like come to us, which is so great. Yeah. And we've been like, let's do it. And now we've kind of like set back. We've really mapped what the next financial year looks like for us and our dream partners who we want to be working with, and we're going to be reaching out to them rather than just kind of saying yes to the reactive opportunities as well. It's like who do we really see that we're aligned with, and who is going to kind of get us to that next milestone, and with the retailers we'll see that we're partnering with, that will be
100%.
Will be right. Yeah.
And it's about the long game, right?
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's so easy to take like the small shiny moments and instead of just taking a moment and being like, okay, where is this going to be in like a decade?
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I was listening to a podcast recently from the founder of Say.
Say.
You know, SAIE.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Is that what you say? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Say?
I just like I've never said it out loud. Yeah, but yes, Say, of course, I know her. Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast of her, and she was speaking. It's so interesting about how she wishes she would have slowed down a little bit.
Interesting.
Earlier.
Yeah.
And she took a lot of funding very early, and she reckons that it was just interesting to hear her speak. And I'm just reflecting on you talking and like how I feel like you guys have got your plan and you know your direction, so nothing can really sway that too much, you know, whereas she was speaking about how like she didn't really know where she was going and then she kind of just took whatever came and now she reflects and she thinks like, I wish I wouldn't have given away that funding or that equity or, you know, whatever, and it is such an interesting thing, but I guess that does come from your background. Like you were such knowledgeable women before starting this brand. Like you're not young, you're not coming in with no direction, like, you know, you are seasoned, and that's been like shown and represented in what you've done. Yeah,
and I feel like I'm very decisive as well and like go off a gut feel. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty easy for me to make decisions actually. I don't mull over things for very long either.
No, I think that you also like, oh my God, you don't have time.
Yeah.
Also you have a baby.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I'm like yes or no.
Yeah. Yes. Sometimes I literally like, you know, that sway test that the people say that happens. Like, I'm like, yes, no. I'm like, it's going to have to fucking do. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, no.
I tell you what won't get old though is when, and I can't wait for it to happen obviously more, but when I see people like using Balmee in the wild. Oh my God, like that to me is just like the coolest thing ever. Or I went to like Pilates the other day and I introduced myself to like the girl behind me and she's like, oh, I actually know who you are because I, you know, use Balmee, and I'm just like, that is just like, that is the best feeling ever.
And you know what? It never gets old.
Yeah. I don't think it will. Old. I think like if I saw someone using Balmee on the street, I would run straight up to them and
literally
say, that's my brand. How do you like it? How did you discover us? So yeah.
It's amazing. I can't wait to see, can we have any like, what's the vibe? What are the next products?
Ooh.
Like,
when's this coming out?
Next week.
Oh, next week.
It's probably too early.
It's way too early. But I will say, we had originally planned to launch with a different product, and after speaking with our audience, everyone wants a tint. So it will be a tint.
I need a tint in my life though, because I don't wear lipstick.
Yeah, right.
So
it's
perfect.
so interesting because I have never been one to be obsessed with a tint at all, and so many people replied being like, I personally need a tint. I don't like just a clear gloss because I feel like my lips have no color in them, and I'm like, wow, okay, great. So tint. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. That's going to be so good.
I'll send you one once we launch.
Because I feel like I use this every single day. And I will say, actually, this is so off topic. I got a lip flip last week.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't like it.
Oh, why?
I feel like I can't talk and my lips are really dry. Thank God I've had my Balmee.
Oh,
I've
my
just been every 5 seconds, the girls at work are like, I think that's
I
too
love
much.
that.
Don't worry, it's not bad for me.
That's why they're so good in clinics. I have a friend who has a clinic and does all of that, and it sells like hotcakes. Her customers are obsessed with it. Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to pivot onto your content strategy.
Yes.
So it's just you and Ali.
Correct.
I need to know, how does one do that? Because I feel like I have a content, I have a team now, obviously, but I think you're a mum, you live in different sides of Australia. How are you doing that? How do you break up your co-founderness? How is that working?
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never been one for scheduling and planning, which is a bit controversial, but I'm very reactive, and I'm a firm believer that I'd rather put out quality content than just putting out stuff for the sake of posting that week.
Agree.
So we have recently gone a little bit quiet on organic because I've been so busy. Yeah, but people don't notice. You're the only one that notices that. And then the next time you put out a post, make sure that it's impactful. It's something that your audience will care about, that they'll engage with, that they'll share with a friend. So that is our number one thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about volume of content.
Yeah.
And then in terms of our founder strategy, that's interesting. I feel like I post a lot about being a mum because that's just my world at the moment.
It's your season.
I actually take a lot of inspiration from Jasmine Garnsworthy, who's the founder of Female Founder World. She is a mum and she runs this media company, and I guess because I'm a mum and I run my own business, I just find her content so relatable. Yeah. I love how she effortlessly blends business and mum life in one. It doesn't have to be separate. I feel like so many founders, if they've become a mum, they kind of keep that life separate.
Yeah.
And why? I feel let's just talk about both.
Yeah.
Because the struggles are I literally came in today and I was saying that I have been so sleep deprived, and I actually do feel that I post a lot about the business and I don't actually talk about how hard it has been raising a child while trying to keep this business alive. It's literally been the hardest 6 months of my entire life, but the most rewarding as well. I think just having good support network around you. But I post a lot about that. Ali posts a lot about the brand and the marketing side of things. She's obsessed with all things branding. So you'll see on her personal account is a lot around the industry and her take on the latest trends or campaigns. So that's kind of how we
love her content.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's how we kind of break it up.
Also, though, how great that you, even though you're saying we haven't posted a lot on our actual our Balmee platform, you're still posting though. You're still the you know what I mean? You're still the founders of a brand that are posting your own thing that still funnel in. Yeah,
yeah.
It's still a top 100%. Of funnel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I think there's seasons for everything. Yeah. There's seasons for all the things. And speaking about Jasmine, I actually find it, she made a post actually, what was it, maybe 2 weeks ago, just being that she was struggling. She was I'm in this part where I want to get back to work and I've got kids. And I always see that as a founder that doesn't have kids. And I think, thank fuck someone just speaking honestly about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think I'm going to lose my mind at one stage.
Yeah, it's really hard. But then I've also had people on the other end be I'm at the age where I'm, starting to think about having kids and I have this business, and seeing you go through the last 6 months has made me realize that I can do this.
Yeah, which I love.
And I also love that side of things because I'm very lucky that I have a huge support system around me. My husband has been incredible. He can work from home as well. But yeah, it's important to know that you can do it all. You can do it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
How do you guys see it working in the future? You're going to have your things that you hone.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like,
I love thinking about the future.
I love thinking about the future. And I'm like, so what are you going to do when Balmee's like a multi-million-dollar brand and you have like a million things and stuff? Like, how is that going to work?
Yeah. We've said that we want a HQ in Perth and a HQ on the Gold Coast.
I love.
Yeah. So we'll be by coastal. And yeah, because Ali lives over there at the moment. But we actually we've said that we really want to get clear on our roles and responsibilities in the next month, because right now we've naturally kind of progressed to own different things, but I think it would be much easier if we have really clear set and defined roles. I feel like I'm naturally taking over obviously the social content side of things, partnerships. Ali's really owning PR, finances, which is hilarious. I'm illiterate with finances. So we do have a natural kind of segregation. What you kind of
gravitated towards.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to figure it out in the next few years.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't think it's the next few years. I think it'll be very soon.
No, I know.
Because I think you're going to have this big another growth period. You're going to be like, okay, so.
I know.
And then you have to hire someone.
Yeah. I mean, we're engaging. It is really cool as well to kind of be at this age now where a lot of people who I've worked with in previous roles in my career are now going out on their own and they're consulting and they're freelancing. And I'm working with people from my last roles in this Balmee capacity, and it's just a dream, honestly. It's so cool.
That so much.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think it's just such a testament to where you were when you started it.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
If you could go back, I guess you have worked in such a big industry before. Your workplace background is massive. Same as Ali's. If you could go back 6 months ago or a year ago to both of you, pre-Balmee when you were just about to start, what are the few things that you think that you didn't realise were going to be the hardest moments?
That's really interesting.
Because I feel like you would have experienced a lot in your previous workplaces and what you've seen in the industry.
Yeah. Do you mean hardest moments that have happened in the last year? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ali briefly spoke about this recently, but we had a huge issue with our first run of tubes, which a lot of our OG customers would know about.
Yeah.
Because our formulation is so thick, the back of the tubes were bursting. So could you imagine working 2 years on launching this baby, your dream product, and then you start to get the messages, initially it's just, one or two, the back of my tube burst, and we're thinking, what? And then it increased and increased and increased. And so we obviously had to go back to the manufacturer, and we completely rectified the issue. They just said that because the formulation was so thick that there was an issue with sealing the tubes. They weren't sealed enough. And obviously we reimbursed those customers and we replaced their tubes. And
that's so massive.
Oh my God. We're so lucky that they're all such nice customers. They're I'm so obsessed with this lip balm, but this has happened. And and we're we are so sorry. We are aware of this issue. We're sending you a replacement immediately.
Yeah.
But that one really... Yeah, that one really got to us. It was really upsetting. We've obviously ordered thousands and thousands of units of this lip balm, and for that to happen, was not ideal. So that was really testing.
Yes, I can imagine.
But we've gone through that now, so I feel like we can handle whatever comes at us next.
Yes.
What else was really hard? I think the sellout period was really hard for us as well. We were obviously on pre-order, and then the pre-order got delayed.
Oh, there's always a fucking pre-order delay.
Oh my God. And so having to reach out.
It's a curse.
We were lucky that we were able to fulfill any customers that had pre-ordered for the February period. We were able to, thankfully, we kind of said to the manufacturer, no, these need to be done. We were able to fulfill those, but then we had to stay on pre-order for another month, I think it was, maybe even 6 weeks. And yeah, it's just you're ready to we've done the relaunch shoot, we're ready to go, and then it's delayed again for another 6 weeks. Yeah. It's just that was hard as well.
It's so frustrating. I think even to not under explain how stressful that is.
Yeah.
I think not only have you brought a product to market it's as you're talking, I'm I've so had that with so many things. One or two messages come through and then maybe an email, and then you think please.
Yeah, please just let this be a one-off.
And then you're just fuck, you know? And like, it is soul crushing.
Yeah.
It is so soul
we
crushing.
We had to individually go through thousands of tubes and we had to take them out, squeeze them ourselves and determine whether or not we thought it was like stable enough to like, send out. So it was just so tedious.
Overwhelming.
And like this is not just family and friends, but these are like strangers who are so excited to receive their lip balm and their first experience is the product breaking. Like to me, that is just like the worst thing you could ever do. But it's so lucky that I was so understanding.
Just the luck, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I have this belief that the universe or whoever, whatever, tests the brands that can handle it. And I do think like that happening to you, it just shows like you can handle it. You know
I know.
I mean?
I do feel like we're very well equipped for the next thing.
And pre-order is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And I feel like just fail fast, fail forward. Like
Agree.
Always just okay, moving on. What are we doing to fix it? This has happened. Just always being like super solution orientated as well.
And I think it's the only way you grow.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, that's happened. And I used to get so bogged down and I would be upset and I would be in a spiral and now I'm just like, okay, all good. We'll call this customer. We'll do this. Like this. Everything is just fixable.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's full on. And they're two massive things to happen in
that could break a brand, like
100%
as well, especially like with the financial loss and everything. So we're really lucky that we kind of got through that initial hump.
And I think also in terms of learnings, what would you say your biggest learnings are as a founder, like about yourself? And what is your biggest learnings about working with a co-founder?
About myself, I think learning to separate naturally you're thinking about the business like 24/7, and I think if you want like a really good relationship with your husband or partner, you might have to switch off a little bit. It was funny, I actually I was thinking about the business 24/7. I was talking to my husband about it 24/7, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm putting the phone away, put the phone away at dinner, because it was just constant. Like Ali and I speak to each other 24/7, our poor partners. And then it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to really like separate it, and I'm just going to do Balmee, and then I'm going to like be like a wife to my husband. And then it got to the point where he was like someone would ask me about how Balmee is, and I would I'd be like, oh yeah, like this just happened and this just happened, and he's like, what? And he's like, Fee, like you've got to start. Like I didn't even know about that, and I was like, oh sorry, I'm just trying to keep it really separate. So I think just finding that balance is like key. With a co-founder, I mean, I've spoken about this a bit, but just like having really good like emotional hygiene with each other, like making sure that you over communicate with each other with how you're feeling at that point in time as it happens. Don't let something, go months without saying it. No. Ali and I made a promise to each other when we started this that we would be really open and honest with each other about whatever we were feeling, like no matter like if it's the tone of voice that was being used or, whatever that might be. So I think that has really gotten us to where we are today, and we're lucky. We've worked with each other before. We've been best friends for 10 years. So it's good that we had that relationship.
Yeah, I think it's so important that you've had that experience with each other. Like you got a decade long of like knowing each other. Yeah, read each other so well.
Yeah, it worries me when people like go into business with someone who they've met like 6 months before, and they're obviously like amazing people and they have all these amazing ideas. But I'm like, you really need to know someone to their core if you are going to get into business with them.
Something I've learned from business is it brings out the absolute worst in you. And I say that like in terms of like it's the most stressful thing you'll ever do. Yeah. And like thank God I've been single the last 3 years. Let me just tell you that. Because I actually think sometimes when I go home I'm like I wouldn't even want to come home to someone, because some days I'm just like I just don't stop working.
Yeah.
And I'm
actually so oh my gosh, I shouldn't say jealous of that, but like in terms of I think now having a kid, I'm so envious of people who can work on their business full time, because I thought being on mat leave, amazing. I'm going to work on the business 24/7. Yeah. No, I can work in between her 20-minute micro nap schedules. Yes. So I'm very envious that you can like work on it full time, because I can't wait to eventually get to a point
back
of
into that.
Yeah,
I do get that a lot, and I get like, but I think the other side is like, okay, I know that when I do have kids and have a family, I want to be able to like take a step back and not be like so in it. So you have that privilege. You've
got a team and you can build them up to be able to support you during that time, which is just so incredible.
Yeah. Speaking of team, what's going to be your first hire?
We get asked that quite a bit.
I know.
I suppose going back to what I mentioned with this angel investment, while it's not like technically a first hire, the reason why we brought on this angel investor, it's really important to, when you're bringing on a bigger sum of money into the business, that it's not just kind of like purely for financial gain.
Yes.
We have brought this angel investor on because they will be supporting with the operational side of the business, which is something that we really have no experience in, to be honest. Yeah. So that is going to kind of take us to the next level with Balmee, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So while they're not like a direct in-house hire, I guess that operational side of the business is something that we've definitely been needing.
Yes.
So that's great. Tick. Done.
And how good when you get an investor who actually can offer something that you really need?
Yeah. 100%. I guess it depends. We've toyed with whether our immediate goals are going to be like retail expansion, whether we really want to like dive into this wholesaler strategy a lot more rather than like the big beauty players. Yeah. So it would be
there's
great.
A lot of factors that are involved in both of those decisions. I don't think a lot of people realize.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like to be reaching out to retailers, like it needs to be like multiple per week. And right now, it's just where we need to be putting our energy. So either that or just an all-round marketing support person, I think. Yeah. Because even though I do the social, it always ends up to be the last on the list.
It always is.
Yeah.
I think it's like that all-arounder hire that someone who can execute your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are the marketer. It is your brand. It's just like you need someone to do the thing, post the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that middle between you and the Instagram.
100%.
And like,
I love being a manager though. Like in my full-time role at the moment, I manage a team of 4. And I love being a manager. So we've already decided that I'm head of HR once that starts.
I love that.
So I'm really keen for the first hire and to just kind of work with them, whether or not it's like a more senior role or more junior, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Yeah. It's like managing people, wow, it is a skill.
It is a skill, isn't it? Yeah, it's really hard, but I feel like it's so rewarding.
It is rewarding.
Yeah,
I've gotten better at it.
Who was your first hire?
My first hire was Kat, who we were just nurses together.
Oh,
and
nice.
I used to just make jewelry under her house.
Oh, wow.
So she actually was her last day yesterday, which was so sad.
Oh, my God.
I know, but we've been building it for like 2 years together, and she was just like, I just need to go back to she's got a little toddler, a little boy, and they want to expand their family. And I was like,
nice.
Only one of us needs to be deathly stressed.
Yeah.
You know, you enjoy having kids and be present, because she gave as much as me. And I was like, you can't. You need to be able to, like, have kids and enjoy that period. Yeah. And I just was like, we can reconvene. I was like, you can always come back after your babies, though.
Yeah.
Have the babies, and then you can always return.
Smart.
Not that she'll probably be like, oh my God, never
again.
Never
like once
again.
you're out, you're just like, oh, actually, like,
because she just got dragged
it's nice to just be more relaxed.
But I actually just hired my first senior staff member, a marketing manager.
Oh, great! And that's congratulations.
Random in itself. I'm like, okay, so what do we do now?
Yeah. You tell me. You're the.
You tell me what we're doing.
I love that.
It's so good, but I'm so excited to watch Balmee just like blow up.
Thank you.
It's going to be incredible.
Can't wait.
Oh my God, it's so exciting. And we'll be back here in a year, and then all the things that you said you're going to do, you'll do like 10 times bigger.
Oh my God, I would love to be back here in a year.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to see where we'll be in a year's time.
Oh, it'll be insane. And then you'll have a Balmee HQ.
Yes.
We can do a potty from the Balmee HQ.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh my gosh.
Where does everyone find you?
On Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Balmee Beauty. Yeah. On TikTok, Balmee Beauty. Yeah. And then my personal account, Phoebe Perring.
Okay. And Ali?
Yeah, Ali Beck. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll put it all in the show notes.
Yeah.
I know, you've got to keep it super simple, or then no one can find you these days. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I love being here.
Bye.
Bye.